Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Inside Infinity 92 Roundtable. I am Will with Jason, and joining us once again tonight, beardless Pirate Steven. Pirate, how you doing tonight, buddy?
Doing good. Doing very
Yeah,
good. How you doing?
good,
Ahoy
good.
there. Yeah.
Did we have you on last week?
Yeah, last Sunday when
Last
you did
Sunday.
those odd Sunday shows.
Yeah, well, glad to have you back on again this week. You got some cool stuff to talk about, and I asked if you could be on the show tonight, and you gladly accepted. So we're glad to have you back. I think the chat room's going to really enjoy hearing what you have to say this week. So why are we having you on tonight? What special event have you gone to recently?
You're having me on because these hands right here. I'm not a hand model like all the people you see on the streams, but yeah, I got to play a little 3.0. I have a ton of 3.0, but it's good enough. Good enough action there. Um, I went to Star Wars Weekends. I got a tip from somebody in one of the Facebook groups that Star Wars Weekends was being played at 3.0 was being played at Star Wars Weekends, which I know I had been saying for months, like, why not play it at Star Wars Weekends or market it there?
Right.
That's the people, and they didn't do it. This is weekend 4 of 5 for Star Wars Weekends, and this they didn't do it last weekend. So Friday was the first day that they were doing 3.0 gameplay at the parks at
Okay.
Disney Hollywood Studios. So if you don't know, Star Wars Weekends is a yearly thing that happens in May and June. It's usually 4 weeks. Like I said, this year is a special 5 week Star Wars Weekends edition. And what it has is they have all the Star Wars characters all over the park, so you can get your picture taken, autographs with all of them. And then they bring in celebrities each week that you can meet, stand in long lines, get autographs, and they have different panels and things like that. It's also a merchandise fest
Mm,
full of Star Wars exclusive stuff and a lot of really cool Disney mashup type Star Wars stuff. So definitely a really fun event to go to. I went the first weekend this year and had a great time. And then as soon as I heard they were having this 3.0 gameplay, I went on Sunday and yeah, got to play the game. Pretty cool.
that's awesome. People in the chat are asking Sumerians asking how many kids did you beat up to get to the front of the line?
Yeah, so trying to think about that. No, last year when I went though, there was a lightsaber battle that broke out, and there's got to be security cam footage somewhere of me getting beat down by. You see, you challenge one kid with a lightsaber, and then 20 come, and since you have the Darth Maul one, you gotta be like all over the place, and I got beat down.
That's
But this year
hilarious.
was a little bit. I had my 4-year-old and my 7-year-old with me, and the main goal besides playing Infinity was to meet. This was a cool weekend because had the guy that plays Ray Park, who plays Darth Maul, was there. Jeremy Bullock, who was Boba Fett, was there, and
Wow.
James Arnold Taylor, who is Obi-Wan in the Clone Wars episodes, as well as Ahsoka Tano was there as well.
Wow.
So it was a good cast of characters there, and I think there was even a picture of James Arnold Taylor, who does the voice of Obi-Wan. He was playing the game as Obi-Wan,
Oh, that's
which was
awesome.
kind of cool, and I'm sure he approves of that. So yeah, so what they have is there's 4 stations. Well, actually, let me get to. So I went there at 7:15 in the morning to get in line to get autographs,
Hmm.
and apparently that wasn't early enough because people were there at 10 p.m. the following night
Wow.
waiting, and I wasn't expecting that. So I didn't get any autographs. I brought the power disc printout of the Slave One ship. I was gonna get that signed by Boba Fett and go, look what I got. But that didn't happen. So yeah. So since I had nothing else planned to do there, I went straight to the 3.0 little pavilion, which is if you can picture in your head. So this is Disney Hollywood Studios. If you
Hmm.
can picture in your head, it's right next to where the American Idol experience
Okay.
is. They have a bunch of like bronze heads, and then where that show let out, they had 4 stations. So, and then all the stations were PlayStation 4, and two of them had the Clone Wars playset, and one had the Empire playset, and then the fourth one just continuously showed the announcement trailer.
Okay.
So that's what was going on. I got there. I was first in line, and I met. They had a QA tester there, and some one of the ladies from marketing was there. So of course I run up there first, and we got free play of each one of my kids were on a station. I was on a station, and
Was
of
it
course
busy?
I got,
Sorry.
huh?
Sorry to interrupt. Was it like busy when you just showed up,
Well,
or
no,
was?
because the I had the flyer somewhere, but little people have been to these people come to Star Wars weekends every time, so this is something new, and they might not have known it was printed in
Okay.
there, little pamphlets.
Yeah.
But yeah, everybody when this thing's open, they go to sign up their kids to fight Darth Vader
Mm.
and Darth Maul and all that. I went straight to the Infinity booth,
Your
and
priorities. I like it.
yeah, before everybody found out about it. And they also had a case that had Star Wars figures. It had Mickey and Minnie and a couple of Marvel to show off that. And we have some pictures we'll show later. But yeah, I'm like, can I play the toy box? And they're like, nah, no, we're not here to show that right now. And I'm like, kind of a big deal. Pirates season?
You're like, do you know who
Who?
I am?
What do you do? You're the QA tester. So I'm like, yeah, you know those toy box challenges? Yeah, I kind of want a couple of them. Oh, have you heard of Allison? I'm like, all right, I'm going to play the game.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
set me up for what you want me to play.
Yeah, you're like, I'm
You
done
heard of
talking to you.
Allison.
I'm sure he's lost his job by now. It's all right.
Right? So
Yeah.
the marketing person told me the same thing. Have you heard of Allison? Yeah, I heard of her. So I'll go into what my kids were playing for, but I guess they have a couple of different demos they can do, but that was the one that they had to do that particular day was Clone Wars Mission 1, and then they had the Trench Run, which is the X-wing going all over the Death Star from Episode 4. So that's the one I got to play first. And let me tell you, my expectations of flying in Disney Infinity always rolls me back to the green helicopter from the first one. And I'm always like, I don't
Oh,
want
good call. Good call. Yeah.
every time I see Star Wars, I'm like, when they show the flying, I always get weary about it. But the controls were amazing. It was just
Wow.
like driving like one of the regular cars or something. But yeah, they figured everything out. I can't wait to see how transitions to all the other stuff I didn't play with anymore because I was scared of the helicopters. But you're gonna love it because you're the aviator, Will. So that will
Can't
definitely
wait.
open the door to a lot more things in Disney Infinity that can fly. But yeah,
Yeah, that's a cool point. Hopefully they upgrade those mechanics. I don't think it's something we've really talked about too much. They are upgrading the driving mechanics to past vehicles, so hopefully that includes flying with the X-wing stuff as well.
yeah, and it's a really cool board. And it so there was three different. I was just thinking I was gonna have to just go and do like the movie and do the trench run, and there's a couple of different things you have to do. Like you have to shoot down all the other TIE fighters that might be coming around, and then you go into protect mode where all these other X-wings that are your friends are flying around, and you have to shoot down the TIE fighters that got behind them. So you got to
Oh,
you have to protect them. So there's like attack, and then protect, and then it tells you, oh, you need to defend yourself now because Darth Vader comes up with a TIE fighter behind you, and you
oh
see like
wow,
a red target around you, and you have to maneuver and do all these flips and tricks so that he can't shoot you down.
that's so
Uh,
cool.
and I wasn't expecting any of that. I was expecting, like I said, the green helicopter where I'm trying to go forward, but I'm going straight up in the air, and it was amazing. And then I started looking at what my kids were doing. So they were playing as they started off playing with Yoda. So that was the thing. So Empire they only had the flying, so I couldn't actually play as those characters. but they're all just
Was there any dialogue though?
No, you couldn't hear anything. But
Bummer.
those characters were really cool looking and flawless design on them figures. And then so next to me was the Clone Wars. I really wanted to play as Darth Maul, but he's not actually unlocked until you find a Darth Maul coin. So I got to see somebody later on found the coin on the first level and could play as Darth Maul, but the figure was awesome.
Yeah, so here, actually, let me see if I can bring that up on camera, because there's a great shot of you cheesing it up a little bit.
Oh, it was total cheese.
Oh, where is it? Oh, yeah. Yep, with your hat and everything. Screen's going to be a little bit interesting here, but here you go. There you are. Here, I'm just going to put that above your face. So I'm sorry, you said how many different actual physical characters did you get to see?
They had so Empire. They had Han and Luke, Leia, and Chewie.
Okay.
And then the Attack of the Clone Wars. They had Yoda and Darth Maul and Obi-Wan and Anakin. And so I moved over and I got to play those. And the lightsaber like sword movements were incredible. The Ninja Theory improvements, you can totally tell that's new and cool. I can't wait to see how the other players transition. Maybe the 1.0 or 2.0 people, what they look like fighting in those styles, because they were so quick and fluent, and these new enemies. So you pretty much fight a whole bunch of different hordes of different kind of battle droids, and from Geonosis on that one.
So the videos don't do it justice. Like, you kind of have to get hands-on to really get a feel for it.
Yeah, because like everything that I got to kind of play, I've seen before in the videos.
Right.
But to actually put your hands on it and to swing the lightsaber and do all the maneuvers were just incredible. And it's kind of funny because the character was a Zero, and whoever was doing the gameplay tester kind of put like a Contra type, a Super Contra type code in, and all of a sudden it popped up to 20.
That's cool.
I wish I had that.
Yeah, seriously, right?
Yeah, one of my last Marvel figures are leveling up right now as we speak. But yeah, to be able to do a little code is awesome. So, and then so with a level 20 guy, I mean, Obi-Wan was just jumping right off the screen with his Jedi jumps, and so just the gameplay is a triangle. For PlayStation 4 was how to use your lightsaber attack, and square is the Force. So you can just go back and forth doing your square and triangle, square, triangles, square, 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 square. It is a riot to play. It was great.
So was there so like the triangle? That's similar to what it is now with the melee combat, and that changes based on the rhythm and amount of times you press it. Is that the same way for the force powers too? Was it the same animation each time you pressed it, or?
It might also depend on like how close the person you're forcing is to you to see how bad the force is. But yeah, I kept using it, and some of the enemies you could tell the force didn't quite throw them as far, and you had to fight them with your lightsaber.
Interesting.
But it was really cool. So after we did that, I went and rode Star Tours, and we went around the merchandise and stuff like that. And I was like, I came here to play 3.0, duh. So I went back and got in line, and we played again with some more of the characters and stuff. But the thing that was most interesting, I felt like, was listening to the people in line for this, because they weren't Infinity players, but they were Star Wars fans. And they were like, the people behind me were, I just found out about this game, but since Star Wars in it, I want that Hulk that's in that case. I'm gonna start buying the figures now before the game comes out, because I want all these Marvel characters, and I want some of these Disney characters, and then dads and kids. I could play this game with my kid, and I love Star Wars. So they definitely hit this thing. The hype that is around this is totally real and well deserved, because people were going crazy.
That's, to me, might be the best news of anything you've said so far. I mean, the fact that Star Wars is going to kind of be the gateway for them to and like you said, not even wait for the game, just kind of spark the interest now and start building up their collection and get just a ton of new players in.
Yeah, the perfect opportunity for Star Wars weekends. I thought they were silly for not doing it previously, so I was glad to see it there. So it's going to be there next weekend as well because that's the last weekend.
Okay.
So anybody in that Orlando area should definitely go check it out. Not just for Disney Infinity, but I think like Frank Oz is the voice of Yoda, is never been to Star Wars weekends. He's going to be there that week. I think Darth Maul is going to be back. So definitely come check it out for all that and get to play Infinity again. So definitely cool.
That's cool. That's really cool. I wonder if it just took them this long. We're a week away from E3. I assume this is going to be one of the many, or maybe a couple of the many E3 builds that will be there next week, and it just took them this long to kind of get it in a publicly playable state.
Yeah, that's very possible. This time last year, there's also a weekend at Disney called Cars Masters Weekend. In the past 2 years, for that weekend, they've had a Disney Infinity tent showing 1.0 and 2.0 months before it's released, right around E3 time. So that also might be here after all the Star Wars weekends events.
That's cool. That's cool. So there might be the season for public playtest might be upon us.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's coming up. I mean, E3 is here. It's kind of like this is the sun setting on 2.0, as it were. Like just building you up for 3.0 because it's fall release. So anywhere between August through October, this game's going to be dropping. So
yeah,
definitely the hype is real, and it's just going to keep building up as the summer comes on.
That's awesome. That's so cool. So you said actually, Jason, do you have any questions for Pirate?
I just wanted to, as I said, like I'm glad I've for ages have been waiting for someone to explain what the mechanics feel like. As I said, it's so hard to get a feel for that when you're looking at it. So it's really great to hear it sounds good. But I guess the question I'll go is, how would you describe the overall graphical feel? Do you think it feels just like 2.0 with different figures? Do you think it looks a little bit more polished graphically? How do you feel like it looks graphically in the person?
Well, it's definitely 2.0. I felt like looked pretty good. I feel like 3.0 is definitely a step up, and the animation and the like the Ninja Theory combat and stuff they programmed in there just feels so. It was so fluid when I was playing with the lightsaber and stuff. So I think people are going to definitely notice that when they're playing.
That's awesome.
It's cool, and it sounds like it's a big enough change where it's instantaneously recognizable and not something you're like, I think it feels different, but I'm not really sure. It's like, no, it's better.
And it's interesting. I haven't heard anybody, I haven't read a single article or anything of someone saying that it looks kiddie or anything like, which you heard all the time with the Marvel. With 2.0, there was so many complaints. It's a kid's game. It's a kid's game. It's a kid's game. I have not heard that referenced at all with 3.0, which is, really good. I think, as I said, I think the hype is much higher for this one. And I guess if we're going to hear it, we're going to hear it next week with the E3, because obviously they're going to visit all the major news outlets. We're going to see the same demo probably 4 or 5 times with different news outlets. And I'll be very tuned into the language that's used to determine what the overall feeling of this, because I don't feel like this is being pitched as a kid's game as much as what 2.0 was.
Yeah, I remember E3 last year. Like, I feel like we barely slept from listening to all the news because it just kept rolling in that week. And I think even JV said, wait till next week. It's going to be like, boom, mind blown.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm kind of happy I'm not there because it's. I mean, it's.
Not.
No, I'm not. But at least we get to be at home base and really kind of taking in all the info instead of trying to parse it out live, I guess.
Yeah, this E3 is going to be huge. They're letting a lot of people from the public go to it. And then they got Lego Dimensions thrown in there as well. So it's going to be a lot of good news to come out from this meeting. And JV mentioned they're giving figures away at E3 again this year. So
that's awesome.
Be interesting to see what everybody pulls from their little giveaways.
Yeah, and last year, I mean, it wasn't just 1 or 2. Last year, it was quite a few. They had Hulk, they had Venom, or no, they didn't have Venom. They had Hulk, Iron Fist, Hawkeye. They had a lot. They had Captain America. I can't even
And they were
remember.
going for a lot on eBay from memory.
Yeah.
Like people were buying those things up. I remember Hulk. No, was it Hulk? Yeah, they were giving away
Yeah.
Hulk, weren't they?
Yeah,
And he
because
was going
Hulk.
for like $300 at the time, like straight after E3.
Well, part of
Yeah,
that was
because he was the one that
yeah.
you had to have a PlayStation really
Yeah.
to get him. So him and Venom were the hard ones.
Yep.
And
Yep.
this will be the place where a collector's edition will be announced if there is one. And if there isn't any exclusive figure, we'll find out. Maybe Boba Fett's the exclusive Xbox One figure this year.
No. It's here. Hey, my prediction is that they are still going to have a strong PlayStation relationship. If only going off of the fact, Pirate, you played on a PlayStation, and all the live streams they have been playing on PlayStation. And I know that's a small indicator, but it reinforces the fact that last year it was.
Well, the summit was sponsored by PlayStation, sort of.
Yeah.
They gave all the PlayStation 4s out, but also like JV's like best friends with all the PlayStation people. So,
And it didn't really hurt them. That partnership, I think it helped Sony because the
that
collectors.
too. But like, I mean, Xbox got a whole game exclusive with Fantasia
That's true.
Unplugged or whatever it's called.
Yeah, Fantasia Music Evolved, I think.
There you go. Fantasia Me. Which I look like a cool game. They were playing that at D23 a lot.
Yeah, Lim has it, and he loves it. He's I played the demo. The demo was fun, but yeah. Well, cool, man. Anything else that you want to mention about Star Wars Weekends, or anything else since we have you on the show?
Well, just what I mentioned before, how this is like the leading up until 3.0. So this is the perfect time to make sure all your character, like do your little checklist. Make sure all your characters are up to level 20 when you start the new game, because you don't want to have to go back and level them all up to get them up to speed. I remember I feel like that's all I did in September.
Yeah.
Because I didn't really level up my 1.0 characters last year. And then as September rolled around, I felt like I was doing that every day, just trying to get my 1.0 characters up to speed. So if you can, try to get those up now. Fill in any holes in your collection, because there's some killer sales going on now. I don't know if anybody's interested in the crystal editions of the figures, but Toys R Us is currently selling them for $6.99, and even Crystal Sully is $3.99.
Wow.
So if you want those, get those. Get all the power discs that you want, since they're going to be all on sale. So
Yeah, there's I think Target or Best Buy had quite a few Infinity sales again this week as well, and they happen every couple weeks. So yeah, that's a great point.
yeah, to think about it, I mean, I have to have it as soon as they came out.
Yeah.
But to think of how much you can pick them up for now is ridiculous.
Yep. Seriously, right?
Totally.
Like the collector's edition collector's edition I could have bought for like $80-$90 now.
Yeah, it was even on sale. I think a couple times, like twice for I think $60 or something crazy like that too.
Oh, well, I have it. It's fine.
Yeah, you have it. You have it. But it is. I mean, if you are patient, the supply has never really been an issue like long term. So if you are patient and you wait, you can find deals. Lim is saying at Best Buy right now, $10 for all figs and $3 for the power disc. So Mighty Jice is saying $2.50 for disc at Target. So yeah, it's a great time to finish those collections. I still haven't finished my power disc collection this time, so maybe I should go out and buy some.
Yeah, and once 3.0 drops and Lego Dimensions drops, well, maybe not Lego Dimension because everything's really tiny, but there's gonna be the shelf space is gonna just go away. So
Yeah.
definitely, if you want 1.0, I would get that right. Get all those characters now.
I've totally thought about buying a few extra 1.0 that are really cheap just to throw on my desk at work. I do have a Jack, but I have a Jack and a crystal, what's his name?
Mickey?
Lightning, because of the 2-pack. Do you remember?
Yeah.
that fiasco. That was a good one.
I forgot about that until we haven't talked about that in a long
Yeah,
time.
do you miss it all having to go to Toys R Us on a Sunday morning at the? Yeah, me either.
No, not at all.
Oh, the other day I went to Target for one of the Amiibo releases for my kid.
Hmm.
Oh man, having to get there and wait in line and try to like make sure you get one of these things is ridiculous.
That's
And I
crazy.
was one of the people who were like, man, I kind of wish there was some kind of hunt in the game. But yeah, waiting in line is not my thing.
Not fun. Well, cool, man. Well, that's awesome news that you got to go to Star Wars weekend and got to play some of the game. That's really exciting. I know lots of people in the chat were jealous, and it's cool just to be kind of one of the first people to get hands on the game.
Yeah, I feel like more places are going to open up, and other people will probably get a chance to play it somewhere in their neck of the woods. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's going to be awesome. I feel like after I played it now, I mean, I was very eager to play the game, but I can wait because this thing's going to be freaking ridiculous.
That's cool. It's good to hear. Well, listen, man, I didn't give you a proper introduction at the top of the show. I mean, lots of people know you at this point, but I do. Where do you hail from? I want to make sure that people know who you are and what you do on the internet, besides making awesome toy boxes.
It's true. I am a moderator on DisneyInfinityFans.com, Toy Box Artist Central. 86% of the toy boxes that have been featured have been from registered members there. Also, you can find me on Twitter at the Pirate Steven. Usually, a couple times during the day, I'll throw something funny on there in regards of Infinity.
Like
You can always
Usually
find
teasing me.
It's true, right? Yeah, find me on Twitter.
Cool.
Check out my toy boxes. Jason has a cool toy box that he just released last week. Sports.
I do.
Did
Oh,
Jason
yep.
to talk about that because I feel like we just skipped over that.
Yeah, we did.
Uh,
We didn't mention that,
sorry.
Jason.
What? No, it's nothing to talk about. It's all right. Go play it though.
Why did the U.S. beat Australia or something in that toy box or?
No. Move on.
Okay. Yeah, what was your most recent winning toy box, Pirate?
Oh, so long ago. I feel like it. We did the 6-person collab.
Mm-hmm.
That was the last one that we did was the Age of Ultron one, which it's got some pretty cool. I mean, downloads. I think it's like up to 13,000 each of them because we did a 2-part episode.
Cool.
Have y'all played that one? Because I kept telling you to play it.
No, I'm embarrassed to say I haven't. I was going to the other day on my iPad, but I didn't feel like that would do it justice.
You need to play. Have you played Romulus's toy box yet?
Mm-mm.
You got to play that one.
Well, that's part of the set, right?
No. For the sports challenge, you need to, it's called.
Oh, yes. I need to play this one.
Yeah, just to set you up with the bowl game. It's in a public restroom, and there's a bunch of Agent P and Winnie the Pooh on the ground, and you have to throw the P and the Pooh in the toilets, and you get 1 point for P and 2 points for Pooh.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
it's one of the
makes
greatest toy
sense.
boxes ever created.
That's amazing.
But
Really is.
But the whole point is nothing to do. It's not bathroom humor. You have to wash your hands at the end of it, and that is what the toy box Jason was all up in the educational toy boxes.
Yeah.
Hygiene is very educational. You got to wash your hands. You got to fight the germs, and it was just a brilliant toy box. I'm glad he made that.
Sonic Photo says, just play it, and then he said he forgot to flush.
You don't get the points if you don't flush.
That's important. That's important.
Such a creative toy box.
That's cool.
Yeah, so that's out there. I'm taking a little 4 toy box break because I'm going on vacation.
Nice. Where are you doing?
I'm going on a Disney cruise to Alaska.
You lucky duck.
It's true.
That's cool. Hey, Psykraken and Evil Us saying you didn't pay him to say this, but Psykraken in the chat is asking if you can show off your custom Jack Sparrows on the back.
Yeah, I saw that. So these are Evilos figures. So let me it's kind of like a set. So this is we call it the Hall of Heroes set. So this is a bronze Jack Sparrow, kind of like the bronze one you would see in the Hall of Heroes.
Awesome. Here, I'm actually going to change the to make it bigger for people to see. Awesome. I don't know if that's any bigger. I don't think it is. That's cool. So bronze.
Yeah. So that was bronze, and they got.
Is that silver?
This is silver.
Oh, they look awesome.
It'd be cool if we had if you made each of them and you had it on a little display stand. You can have your own Hall of Heroes. That's the gold one.
Awesome. That looks so good.
This is a special whiteware one that he gave me for Christmas.
Oh, that's cool. Am I missing something?
Sorry. This was kind of like a prototype.
Oh, okay, cool.
If you ever see the Vinylmations, they sometimes sell blank white ones, and the point is you create your own design on them and customize it however you want to customize it. So this is a whiteware type one for Jack Sparrow.
That's cool. That's really cool.
So, and then if you bought any of Evilos's figures, he's got his hologram on the bottom.
Awesome.
And his signature. So,
Lauren's asking, how many Jack Sparrow figures do you have in your house?
Well, they're all back here. Funny. There's the crystal one and the regular one. I was playing as the cursed one today because as I was leveling up my figures today, I was like, I don't feel like I've used that power disc enough. So I was playing as Jack Sparrow today. I can show you a couple other ones if people are interested.
Yes, let's see it.
So this is another one that Chris Evilos made, which is the Glory Days Mr. Incredible.
That's cool. I love that one. That was, I think, one of the first costume change requests.
Yeah, remember how much we were freaking out when we saw those at the summit? We're like, oh my god.
Yeah, I forgot about that. It was one of the first things we did.
Yeah. Oh, can we show this? I'd put each one down and you were filming it.
Uh-huh.
And then
Grey Hulk. I didn't realize you had so many of them. I mean, I knew of a few, but I didn't realize you had so many. That's cool.
No, I spent a lot of money.
You got to show off those customs too.
And then this is my friend April made these.
Jason, have you ever seen these?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is Sully dressed as one of the hitchhiking ghosts.
That's cool. That's so cool. Pirate has much gold, Lauren just said.
It's true. This is Randall as another one of the ghosts.
That's so awesome. Did such a good job of converting.
Yeah,
them.
they get that. Even have the hair in the back.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of my favorites. This is Mike Wazowski as Gus.
So perfect.
So good.
Yeah, I definitely think the hitchhiking ghost would make a really cool addition.
Oh, absolutely. Other than just toy box townspeople.
Oh yeah, totally. They'd make a killing selling those in the park.
Yep. Dude, that's awesome. Yeah, so Evil Us said JV has one of those on his desk as well. I think that was talking about either Glory Days Incredible or Grey Hulk. So Evil Us let us know which one. And Psykraken is saying awesome, but you do need a dead Jack Sparrow. You even tweeted just the other day that's one of your favorite power disc.
Don't tell me I need it. Tell Chris he needs to make it.
There you go. There you go.
So, but yeah, the customs are really cool. I mean, people are, and we'll probably talk about this whenever Chris comes on the show. It's cool to have something different in your collection because if everybody has the same stuff, you pretty much know what's in it. But if you have something weird and wacky like this stuff,
Totally.
it just makes things interesting and different.
So the moral of the story is check out Evilos's figures, check out Romulus's PSA bowl box, and check out your other toy boxes in the Disney Infinity Fans
And
forum.
Jason's toy box. He doesn't like to talk.
And Jason's toy box. Yeah, why you got to interrupt me and let me know, remind me that you have toy boxes.
You gotta market yourself, Jason. Come on.
Yeah. Well, I did. It's really sweet football toy box with Sumerian, so check that out. That's for sure. Can't remember what it's called, but it's based on the island of Nambumbu. And this week, I assume it's hopefully going to submit any day with the Baroness, the classic side-scroller beat 'em up for Heroes Duty, which turned out amazing.
It was awesome.
And I can't wait to put that technology into 3.0.
Yeah. Cool. Well, hey, you know what? If we're not getting to play Disney Infinity 3.0 yet, but that doesn't mean we don't have a lot of awesome 2.0 stuff to play. As always. Well, thanks, buddy. I really enjoyed having you on tonight's roundtable. That was really cool hearing your thoughts and showing us your custom figures impromptly.
Thank you.
Cool, Jason. Thanks again for being on the roundtable. Sorry, I was talking too much and didn't.
It's nice to be on one. I haven't been on one in ages because you all record like when I'm asleep.
That's true. Yeah.
When the UK crew are on, so it's good to represent the Queen at a normal time.
Here I am sick of talking and you haven't been on enough, so I should have next time I'm just gonna let you and Pirate can talk it out and I'll just sit back and relax.
Jason, how come you're not doing Create a City?
I don't know. End the show.
Australia Day, just resubmit it.
Right, there you go.
Yeah, I know.
Refine it.
I said to Mighty Jada, so I was too offended when Rippin' Tinnies didn't make the cut last time, so what's the point?
She had no idea what tinny was. It's like...
Yeah,
I had to look it up too.
Tiny.
You had to go back and listen to our Australia Day show.
It's all right, Mighty Jada. It's all right. You're not supposed to know Rippin' Tinnies. It's okay.
Awesome.
I remember the Australia Day show. We listed the top 100 Australia Disney characters that they could put in the game, and the list just went on and on.
I think that's where the Vegemite challenge started, and also the giving Jason a hard time about the 100 most deadly animals.
I thought someone was going to take the Vegemite challenge just recently. Someone was going to do it.
I think it was Jason from Infinity Inquirer, maybe.
Well, we need to resurrect that thing. In fact, Evilos, just get some Vegemite before you come on the show, please. You're not allowed on unless it's part of a Vegemite challenge.
A public call out. In fact, you could even do it, not on this show, if you're on another live show in the coming days.
All right, I'll sweeten the pot. Let me put it this way, Disney. If I get invited to the summit, Vegemite will be coming with me, and then everyone can do the Vegemite challenge.
You might just have canceled your ticket right there.
Seriously.
Damn.
Yeah.
They're not going to let that through customs over here.
I just assumed that's what when Allison said on live Telbox she was doing something, I assumed it was getting quotes on what it would cost to get an Australian to the summit. So we'll see.
Maybe.
You read between the lines.
But now I guess now she thinks she's going to have to do a Vegemite challenge. Yeah, I may have just destroyed that ticket opportunity.
Jason, what a rookie mistake.
Oh well. Maybe next year.
Talk to your PR person about that before you do that.
Oh, amazing. All right, well, I think that's going to end the roundtable for this week. Again, everyone, stay tuned for next week. I'm not sure exactly what the plan's going to be with E3, but we are going to make sure that we are giving you coverage, and just watch our Twitter to find out when we're actually going to go live next week. So, gentlemen, thank you again. Had a blast. Can't wait to hear more Star Wars. Thanks, everyone in chat. And, yeah, we will talk to everyone real soon.